and 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
Hey, I'm Willie Nelson, and you're watching HempRock TV.
We don't run, and we don't compromise, we don't quit, we never do.
Howdy, folks. I am Master Sergeant Tony Vance, the voice of Freedom's Voice. Let's talk about Don't They Know? I was watching the Trump rally in Battle Creek, Michigan. He had prior to the election. And it was going on while the House of Representatives was trying to impeach Trump. And Trump was riffing about Representative Dingell and saying other falsehoods and attacking anyone or anything he's afraid of. I was watching the crowd behind him. The crowd looked to be of middle or lower middle class folks with signs supporting the president and attacking his perceived enemies. He was saying things about how he is the center of the universe and how wonderful he is, and also mentioning local things like the terrible tax the governor wants to use to fix the roads. Never mind all the years of Republican control of Michigan's state government, which let the roads get there in the condition they're in now anyway. There he was, dissing the solution to fix the roads that the people behind him complain about every day. And that's the thing. President Trump is technically opposed to the very things that would improve the lives of those people standing behind him. How can they not see that he could care less about the very people who support him? They stand and cheer cruelty and immoral propositions as if they were a football game, cheering on a touchdown. Are they blind or deluded? He did a bit on how bad off our military was when he took office and how he improved it as only he could. None of that was true, not a word. Do you really think all the crap that he claims was done in 3 years? The lead time on military projects is so long, these things were planned before even Obama came to office. Some of them might have been planned before they were born. It takes a while. I was at the Battle Creek VA in Michigan recently, and as I was leaving in an elevator, an old disabled veteran, I got on the elevator with this old disabled veteran, and he started commenting on how things improved at the VA because of the president. And I had to disabuse him of that notion and remind him, or point out to him, that the legislation that did that was signed in 2014, long before Trump came to office. He looked at me sadly and went, "Really?" And I replied calmly, but with the surety of a known fact. He shook his head, we exchanged pleasantries, and we walked to our cars. This is the real shame of it all. That he has mixed fact and fiction with his lies so much it is hard for the average citizen, even veterans who pay attention to these things, to know what the truth really is. No one is immune to this plague on our country and our society. Hopefully, the trial in the Senate will be fair and honestly done, even though Senate Majority Mitch McConnell has stated he would break his oath and be impartial as a Senate juror before he even takes it. Whether or not it is done honestly or corrupted by McConnell, the average citizen will hopefully have the fog lifted from his eyes and see clearly the danger that this president is not only to the country, but to the very people that stand behind him and cheer. He will make their lives more miserable, poorer, and worse. And yet they cheer him on. Now, it's probably his existence which allows these people to act out with their prejudices and their racism and all that. And that's what they like about him. They don't give a shit if he cuts their salary by $50. They want to be able to call a black guy, you know, the way they used to in the 50s. And you can't do that anymore. And so, you know, for the one of discrimination, they're cutting their own throats. And they don't even know it. And that's the saddest part of all. That's it for this time. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and the Willie Nelson Tea Party and I endorse Veterans for Medical Cannabis Access.
Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.